Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, got it represent.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my 700 horsepower beast, the Petty Roosevelt, and how she's held up crossing 80,000 miles. Guys, welcome on back to TK's Garage, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the Petty Roosevelt. Now, if you don't know about my wonderful, beautiful BMW 540i M Sport, I love this car. And I know people are going to say, TK, you've had problems with it. You had to replace a water pump. You had to replace a PCV gasket. Okay, that's it. Like, you do understand this is a BMW, right? Like, this is a BMW that I've not had to really come out of pocket except for my warranty deductible for the water pump of $250. That's it. Like, well, yeah, that's it. Like, everything else was taken care of by CarMax, and that includes my brakes and all of that. That said, you know, you guys remember when I got this car, we're currently sitting at 81,000 miles on this car. Of those miles, about 11,000 miles, this car has driven almost with twice the horsepower it was intended to have from the factory. That's right. So a couple different things that I did to this car was, you know, basic stuff. Shout out to my dude Carlos and Low 702 builds, downtown mufflers. Did the exhaust system on this car, quad tipped my car out, and did true dual exhaust all the way back. Not just the one pipe that comes down, comes all the way down the rear. They split it up top and brought it back, which is why this car has that Ferrari-esque note when it drops in between gear shifts, which you heard there at the beginning of the video. It's just, I just love the way the car sounds. The power I get out of this inline six is insane. Now, granted, I'm not stock. I am fully tuned. Some people, and the first tune that I had, we'll get into that, was an MHD tune. Love it, by the way. Great. Like for like a beginner, somebody who's not used to it, you just select it, flash it, you're good to go if you got the selected upgrades down. But catless downpipes, bigger turbo, charge pipes, believe it or not, I've done all of that, and the one thing I haven't done to this car yet is a cold air intake, so I just ordered that. That's going to be one of the things that'll be going on this car, the cold air intake, and a couple of other select dine-in parts, and I got to do some stuff to the suspension. But overall, this car has been great. You know, even when it had the issue with smoking and I thought it was on fire because the PCB gasket, I guess, which is a common thing on these B58s, started to fail. Once I knew that it wasn't something where I was going to damage my engine, I just didn't give a shit. I just drove it. And it only happened, like, if you have your auto start stop thing, if you're trying to save gas in this $6 gallon gas environment, then I get it. And that's what the case was for me. When it shut off and it restarted, that's when it messed up and was dumping oil and, you know, smoke out the exhaust pipe, all that good stuff. But reliable. I mean, for real, it has not left me stranded. It is about time already for brakes and tires. And these run flats, got to be honest, people give the run flats a big, you know, they give it a lot of quote unquote shit. But the run flats on this car have been great. I've had these Bridgestones in. Matter of fact, I currently have a nail, but no, I do. I actually have like a nail or something that was in the front tire. And it's been, I know you're going to say, TK, that's crazy. If it was in my rear tire where, you know, like, or if I was like really pushing the car hard or racing it, of course I would just pull it out and get it patched. But you know that we're on team no pullout. We're no pullout squad. My God. But yeah, man. Nails and, you know, the nail whatnot is in that tire, and then I've had like a very slow leak recently in my rear tire, so I'm sure there's probably another piece of metal or staple or something in my passenger rear tire. But it doesn't matter. The reason why I'm not stressing about it is because at least with the one on the front tire, it's not losing any air. It hasn't lost any air at all. So, and they're run flats, so I don't give a shit. So I'm not gonna pull them out and plug them, and no, screw that. Now I do have a plug kit. I always keep one in my toolbox in the trunk. In the event like that nail flies out or something at some point, it is a run flat. I'll get a notification that the pressure goes down, and then I'll just plug it and fill it back up with air. But I've ordered new tires. The front ones will be in a couple days, and then the rear ones will be in. And I will not be doing run flats, which I know you guys are gonna say, TK, that's crazy. What if you have a blowout? I call a tow truck. Like, I'll call a tow truck. It's no different than the Scat Pack. The Scat Pack did not have run flats, and it did not have a spare. That said, I probably am going to invest in a full-size spare for this car and put the floor jack and everything in my trunk like I normally have my cars. And then I'm good. But like I said, the new tires for this car, which believe it or not, I thought were going to be outrageously expensive. I ordered them through Tire Rack, and I think I'm paying like $750 for a set of 4. And they are rated for this car, speed rated, the whole 9, 50,000 mile tires, so not bad. Maintenance wise, oil changes and stuff, yes, you know, you're gonna pay if you go to the dealer. But for me, let me explain why I go to the dealer. It's kind of a relationship thing. So I take mine to BMW or Las Vegas here, and when I'm back home in BMW Valley BMW in Fayetteville. But I bring this one to the dealer because of a couple things. Like when you bring it to the dealer, you got that bougie experience. You know, you got your coffee, muffins. I make it a whole thing. And while I'm there, because sometimes there's a line, I'm like, yo, let me get the keys to that. Let me get the keys to that. And I'm going to go make content while I'm in Vegas. So, you know, let me check out this M3. Let me check out this M4. They don't give a shit. So it ends up working out for me, the average consumer. Go to Walmart. I mean, I know you're gonna say if Walmart will touch the car. A lot of Walmarts won't touch the newer BMWs, but go to Walmart. It's like $60 for a full synthetic oil change, or go to a local shop, because what I pay at BMW is about $190 for a oil change. But it works out for me content-wise. So like, because I make money off of making these videos, it makes sense. But the reason why you're here is the BMW B58 the most reliable engine, or the most reliable cars? Are they the most reliable BMWs ever? And I gotta say yes. At least these Gen 1s are. I don't know about the Gen 2 B58, but these Gen 1 B58s, man, they're amazing. I mean, you know, the N55 and N54 and S55, S55 that people were talking about being the most tunable, this is still tunable, and you can actually get more horsepower out of this than if you went and bought a brand new M5 competition right now. No bullshit. But anyways, there you have it. You guys were asking me about it. You wanted an update. You wanted to know where this car was, how it's done for me, how expensive was the fix when she started smoking. Like $40. I mean, like $40. I've enjoyed the car, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it. And as much as everybody wants me to sell it, even because of my job and position and what I do at Dodge, I'm not. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep my Mopars, and both of my communities, my BMW family and Mopar family. Y'all just going to have to learn to get along with each other. I don't know what to tell you, because neither one of y'all are going anywhere. Sorry. But with that said, there you have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And stop being scared of BMWs, because they're not. These BMWs are not what they used to be. And BMWs in general are not that bad if you maintain them. That's the thing. You gotta have, like, if you have basic hand wrench skills, you can maintain these cars yourself, save a ton of money, and have some of the most enjoyable driving experiences ever. There's a reason they call these things the ultimate driving machine. See you guys on the next one.
Music presented in today's video is brought to you by I'm a Hazard. Make sure you go follow on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok immediately.